All right, everyone, welcome to Wichita Paramotor Coast to Coast on this beautiful Sunday in Wichita, Kansas, brought to you by Kangook and Light Flight and JDW Vinyl. We have a new sponsor we're going to check out today as well. Me and my beautiful co-host, we are going to look at kiting today. The importance of kiting. I'd say it's probably one of the hardest physical skills in paramotor. And we're going to talk about how that can benefit you and what it does for your flights. We're also going to go visit Kangook America. We're going to visit lightflight.us, and we're going to go check out the USPPA as usual. And then we'll also check out our new sponsor, JDW Vinyl. So don't go away, because we're going to talk about paramotor stuff with paramotor people about paramotor things. And we're back. So, again, got my gorgeous co-host here next to me. Prettiest girl on paramotor, at least that's what I think.
That's what he says.
But, yeah, we're going to talk about kiting today. In the beginning, I was not a good kiter. I kind of struggled. It took me about 6 months to figure this out. And, I wasn't kiting every day. But, I struggled in the beginning. Reverses were I could not figure out reverses. And forwards were fairly easy for me, but it was the reverse kiting that really took me a while. And, now I kind of think I'm better for it, because, I've made every mistake kiting you could possibly imagine. And, I kind of put myself through the ringer there. So I started kiting in February and didn't have my first flight till August. So, like I said, kiting was not my strong point. But I stuck with it. And now my kiting skills, I find, are so important, especially on launch and landing. Something I notice with new people when they go to take off, they'll anticipate the throttle. Excuse me. They'll anticipate the throttle, and they will forget to kite. And, the wing won't stay up because they're worried about getting on the throttle and doing the thing they've never done before. But, there's all different ways of practicing those skills. There's kiting wings out there that are smaller than a standard wing. And that kiting wing, they move a little bit faster because they're usually smaller, a little more dynamic, and, they can sharpen your skills pretty good. Something we're going to look at today is kiting wars. I think those are a fantastic way to practice kiting, especially in a little bit of a stressful situation, on top of dealing with somebody else in your space. And then, just getting out on the field and putting the wing up and keeping it centered, figuring out that launch. Like I tell everybody, when we go to fly, I don't teach you to kite. I teach you to fly. Mm-hmm. Now, kiting's a huge part of it, but it's all about that kiting and that physical skill. There's so much muscle memory involved.
Yeah.
Like, you spend so much time under the kite that it gets to a point where your brain just knows what to do.
Right.
So, bear with us. We're posting and making sure everybody gets to see everything here. And I set it up on my phone so I can see your guys' comments.
Yeah. I have to say, like, for me, the kiting, I like kiting. I really enjoy it. And
just knows what to
turn it
we
down.
go.
Slight delay. But I really enjoy the kiting. I feel like it makes the takeoff and the landing so much easier because you are inherently, because you've practiced, you've got that muscle memory of what to do with your wing, how to get under it, how to do a reverse, how to turn, how to shut it down, how to pull it out of the sky. If we're in Kansas, we get wind gusts.
Yeah.
So knowing how to handle it, like, is my, I guess, one of my favorite parts of the sport. Really, I like playing with my wing.
Well, and not only that, I mean, kiting is fantastic exercise.
Oh yeah.
Running up and down the field, with like Jael in the beginning, you didn't have much of stamina. Getting the wing up, dealing with the motor and whatnot, being able to get on throttle, you didn't have a lot of.
No, I really didn't. And I still don't have as much as I would like. But when I first started, I could get like 2 inflations, and then I had to go sit down because I was just done. I was out of fuel for myself, so I needed to go get like a snack, go eat a little mandarin orange or something, drink a Gatorade, replenish some calories. So it's great. Like, it's excellent work on your shoulders and your arms and really your legs, because your balance, and excellent core work because you're balancing yourself.
Yeah, and the sudden bursts of speed. Like I was saying, your stamina wasn't very good in the beginning, and then within a week, you're a freight train.
Yeah.
You really change the way you react under the wing and the speed that you can deliver. Another thing with kiting, and this is to my new students or any new students out there, you're gonna mess it up. I've got one guy that's training right now, fantastic dude. He's really critical of himself. And he's always, I can do better. I knew I did wrong, did that wrong, and why can't I get this right? And, this is all in his 3rd try.
Right.
So,
and it's with kiting, it seems to be for most people. It was for me, it was for you, it's been for most of the students that we've seen. It's your brain knows what to do, and you're translating it to your body because you've heard the instruction, you've done the ground school. Your brain knows what to do, and it was especially true for me because I spent years watching you guys, all you guys, and when I say you guys, I mean all the paramotor pilots, but I spent years watching you guys handle your wings, kiting, doing literally filmed some of the kite wars, and so I spent all these years doing it, and then when I was under the wing, it was like my brain was like, okay, I think I know how to do it. So it took a little while for my brain to communicate to my body, we know how to do this, and then when it happens, it literally it clicks into place. It's like, and
yeah,
now
I call
you
it
know.
snapping.
Yeah.
Their head snaps, and then all of a sudden, it just makes sense. And
Yeah.
it's so tangible when you see it, you can almost smell it.
Yeah.
The student just all of a sudden.
Well, I look like
They
some
get
kind
it.
of pro on the field because I like kiting, and I maybe spent a little more time than I needed to learning to kite, practicing to kite. But, and I think I've kited all of our wings. I've kited the Asame, I kited the Pegasus,
Yeah,
I've kited the Luna,
you kited the Charger.
I kited the Charger, I kite my Echo,
Yeah,
because I fly an Echo now. So I don't think I've flighted any. Oh no, I did Jerry Berry's Soul Flexus, so I have done
Oh, I didn't know you kited his wing.
Yeah, yeah.
Have
He
you
was,
done any of the little kiting wings? Like
No.
the Soul Fun or the Mac Paraseed?
No, not yet.
Hmm.
The BGD has a seed wing too.
Yeah, we need to, I think having one of those in
It's
our,
a far cry from like years before you even started flying and you had your stunt parafoil and you tried to take me to the park that day. And I was like, yeah, I can't figure it out. It was so bad. Now I'm like, shoot, I've got an event August 23rd that I'm going to take your parafoil because it's not an event that I'll be able to fly because it's midday and it's in town. So I'm going to take the parafoil and do some demonstration kiting.
yeah, I think that'll work out. You know, kiting is probably the number one skill required when it comes to paramotors. You know, flying is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Pull left, go left, pull right, go right.
Mm-hmm.
Pull both hands down and flare. But the launch and the landing are all about the kiting skills.
Yeah.
You know, one of the requirements that I have with the students is when we start getting close, I want them to be able to turn, you know, forward kite, turn back to reverse, stabilize the wing, turn forward again, turn back to reverse, stabilize the wing, you know, in a cycle back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it really demonstrates the skill.
Yeah. And it does make landing because especially when you've got the motor on your back and your balance has changed a little bit from when you were first learning. When you land and you're on your feet and you need to shut your wing down, you got to know how to turn so you can turn and face your wing and then shut her down. And I like that part of the practice. I really do.
Well, and you know, the other part of it is when you're kiting with a harness. I equate it to like playing the stereo. So the harness is soft and it has a lot of movement. So it's like the wing is the stereo volume all the way up loud.
Right.
And then when you go to the motor, the swing arms are solid. So you lose a lot of this left-right input while you're kiting. So I equated it to turning the stereo down real low to where you can just barely hear it. You know, so it's because now you're only getting an up and down, a forward oscillation feel, and you know it's funny. It's physically not intuitive. You know, you think you should move left when you should move right, vice versa. And you know, I see people they'll get the wing up and they'll get a low side and they'll start pulling against it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's pulling you, go with it. Inherently, you're going to move under the low side.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. That's a fizzy drink. So, you know, kiting is extremely important to the skill to be able to get off the ground. So, anyways, we've got some videos here, and these are actually from EFD. Endless Foot Drag here in Fredonia, Kansas.
Which is coming up.
It's coming up September.
It's the 23rd, I think. It's the last full week of September.
Yeah.
So.
And we're actually hoping to get the organizer for that event on the podcast, so you know who you are. And I'm going to get you, sir, we're going to get you out here before that event pops. That way you can talk about it and really promote it. If you're looking for a fantastic event to go do and have a lot of fun for a week in Kansas and, you know, fly some pretty interesting territory,
Yeah, there's tandems. So even if
Yeah.
you're not a pilot now, there will be tandem rides. There's a lot of fun activities. We're gonna watch the kiting wars, but there's also the foot drag.
Yeah.
There's Pizza Hut flight,
Sock drop.
the Pizza Hut flight.
Yeah, and then we do the whole flight around the town. I think it's usually on the Tuesday.
I think so. The parachute drops for the kids with the candy.
Yeah.
It's a whole week. It's pilots or paramotorists from all across the country. Some probably internationally if they have the opportunity to come, but we're talking like 200 plus. Everybody shows up and has a blast, and
Tons of vendors.
Yep, tons of vendors. We fly around. We fly around the town. One of the coolest things I ever got to photograph, and it's one of the reasons that we joke on our website about me running around with a bun and a camera, is because of EFD. Is I got the around the town flight, and I was on kind of our runway. I was at the LZ, so I was at landing zone. So I was taking photos of everybody taking off, and as I'm doing it, you can see 70, 80, losing count, as everybody's flying away from the landing zone and around the town, and then coming back. And the landing zone is at the Fredonia Municipal Airport.
Yeah.
So
so it's actually about what, 4 miles from town?
it's just across the highway. I don't think it's that far. I think it's probably 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles.
I think so.
'Cause it's straight across the highway from Fredonia, but it's just outside of town. So everybody comes out and takes off and lands from the LZ, and then they all fly around, and it's literally like hundreds of paramotors flying together. And then they kind of circle around, and then you start seeing them dropping off, and it's kind of awesome because they'll fly around, and like 3 or 4 guys will come down, and the rest of the crowd will go around, and 3 or 4 more will come down, and it just kind of they keep dropping off as they go
And
around.
some actually will jump in and join.
Yeah. At one point during the last one that I got to photograph, there was guys landing as there was still people taking off because there was just so much going on in the air. It was. It's so much fun, but this is from Endless Foot Drag, or EFD is what most of us call it, to be honest. So we're excited to be part of EFD this year.
Yeah, and so this is a kiting war. They do it at EFD every year, and there's a prize. I think it was cash last time, but there's a prize.
I think it was a pool. Everybody was there, chipped in some money.
Yeah, so there's a prize for the winner of the
cash and bragging rights.
The kiting war, but this is from EFD, and it's pretty cool to watch. And these kiting skills are pretty amazing, to be able to keep the kite up in the winds that you're given. On top of that, be able to bump somebody else out of the air onto the ground, and keep your kite up at the same time. So this is about a 2-minute video.
You want to tell everybody kind of the rules a little bit? You just sort of did, but so if your wing touches the ground, you're out.
Yeah. That's pretty much the rule. If everybody brings their wing up at the same time. If your wing touches the ground, you're out. And your goal is to bump somebody else and mess them up, to put them on the ground and keep yourself up. So. Mm-hmm. Let me pull this up. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Now this is some drone shots taken. There's no audio on this. So that's the runway there in the background. And these are the kite bosses, the flight bosses on the little go-karts.
Yeah.
And they're running, chasing everybody around. Now, we did have a celebrity YouTuber in this one. I'm not going to say who it was, but you might have to go check out.
Yeah, he got in trouble he got yelled at a couple times for landing on top of the air bosses. He landed on their golf cart. He was having a good time.
So you can see not a lot of wings stayed up in this one. Sorry about that. And I think this was actually the practice round.
I think that yellow wing was hit. No, that wasn't.
No, he had a mustache wing. I remember.
That's right. That was the brother. There was a brother and sister, I think.
Yeah, actually, I think it was what, a 14-year-old girl that won this.
Yeah. Yeah, this year. She was. She actually hadn't flown yet.
So you can see all those awesome skills there. Let's go to the next video here. So again, these don't have any sound. This is round 2.
So the winner of each round made it to the quote-unquote finals. That Red Wing's struggling, isn't he?
Yeah.
Can't get out of the power van.
There's a little more A input. Look at the yellow wing come chasing over there to get the red one.
That was his strategy. I remember that. He was very aggressive. He was coming around, he was knocking everybody down as much as possible. He'd duke it out. And they're doing a couple of things. When they're creating rotor for each other, they're bumping into each other. They're doing everything they can to cause a collapse. And they both go down.
They both go down. Nice. So, let's go back. There's another one here. So this is actually the kiting war practice here. So there'll be a lot of kitings in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So look at that. Look at all them wings. Isn't that fantastic?
And there's a bunch of stills too from these that people were taking pictures of all of us. And so you see all the people along the pavement there. That's actually the end of the runway.
Look at that.
And there you can kind of see in the background, in the way back, is the grain elevator that's in the middle of Fredonia. So we're not far away from the town.
There's so many different manufacturers in that, so many different wings.
Yeah, there is. There's Chargers, there's a BGD.
BGD. I think that's an ozone. That's an ozone. Another BGD back here.
Yeah, that one in the back looks like my Echo. Actually, a lot like my Echo.
These guys are having an absolute blast.
And it's one of those things, like you can kind of tell from the shadows and stuff. This is midday, so it's not safe for us to be up flying. So this is what we do during the day at Endless Foot Drag, because we fly sunrise and sunset. I haven't flown there yet.
No, you
That'll
haven't.
be a new one for me.
And I want that to happen. We got, of course, we got to get some of those skills under control.
I just want one uneventful flight after, like my first flight was mostly uneventful.
Mostly.
I didn't make it into my seat, but other than that, I had a really uneventful flight. And then my second flight, I motored out because I didn't check my fuel. So check your fuel.
Check your fuel.
Yes. And then my third flight, I hit a nice, steady, kind of strong headwind, and it blew me the wrong way. I was parastalled or paraparked.
Yeah,
Sorry,
paraparked.
I was paraparked, and my gaggle shows me kind of looping around, and then I sort of hit that wind, and it's like, whoop, wrong way. And I'm facing, and I'm attempting to go forward, and I'm not.
I'm watching you in the binoculars, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I had to double check and look and see if you were not flying the opposite direction.
Yeah, because I was going.
But it was a pretty mild day. That was the thing. It was, I don't put you up in crazy air. But that wasn't...
It wasn't that bad from my perspective. It was a little more... The only time I really had concern was when my throttle wouldn't engage and I was coming at those power lines.
Yeah.
And so my throttle, I had it crunched all the way down. I'm trying to get, and it wouldn't engage. And so I was still losing altitude, and I'm coming straight at the power lines, and he's on the radio, watch the power lines, climb please, get your throttle, and I'm like, it's full throttle. I am crunched down. And so I took an evasive left, and because I didn't think I was gonna clear him, and then as I was turning, my throttle decided to engage at that point. So
yeah, it was bad tuning on your motor.
Yeah.
It wasn't working right. So we got your motor tuned again.
Yep. So now I'm gonna have uneventful flights forever and ever. There will be
Forever.
no more eventful flights for me.
So this next video I want to watch, this is actually one of my students back in the day. This is probably about a year old. This is David. David has excellent kiting skills. Mm-hmm. And he starts out in the reverse here and then goes to the forward. But in fact, I got to fly with David last night. But look at this. Look how clean. He's on a back paracharger. Oh, surge, and he catches it. Fantastic. The guy's really good at what he does. So, for the new people out there, we're talking about kiting and what kiting is and the need for it when it goes to take off and whatnot. But what I want to show you guys is a little simpler what actually kiting, the different styles of kiting. So this one here, this is our good buddy Trevor at Backcountry PPG, and he's doing forward here, and this is super clean, and that's why I chose it.
Completely trip to orbit. Often called a rocket sled due to the way it works, this technology was first conceived in the 1950s. However, this is the first time that any company has actually been...
So anyways, You can see just brings that wing up cleanly, gets on power, and he's gone. So that's a forward. And the forward is because you are facing forward, you bring the wing up behind you, wing comes up above you, you get on power. And then we have the reverse. So the reverse is just the opposite. The wing is in front of you. You bring it up, you stabilize it, you make a turn, and then you hit power and take off. So this is that reverse. And this looks like to be a new student.
A small prototype which will be covered in Radiant Green Heat material. The test vehicle, known as the Radiant Reusable
it's not
Reentry
working.
Vehicle, or RV3, will be launched.
So anyways, we'll replay this one real quick. So you can see brings it up, takes off. So brings it up, stabilize. Makes the turn, gets on power, and away it goes. Nice and easy, nice and clean.
Oscillating a little bit.
A little bit of oscillation, nothing bad though. So again, brings it up, stabilizes, get under that low side, makes a turn, gets on power, and gone. Just like that, nice and easy.
Yeah. And but that's why kiting practice is like those oscillations. That comes from handling from how you're kiting, how you're handling your wing in the air. So, I mean, occasionally you can get an oscillation from a funky wind or something like that, but typically you've got your brakes or your tip steers, either or depending on your wing, or both or whatever. And if you want to go right, you pull right. And if you pull too fast or you let back too fast, you're gonna kind of wobble in the air. And same with left. And you pull and you'll wobble back and forth. So we learn that on the ground when we're doing our ground handling kiting, and so it makes it easier when we're up in the air and we're flying.
Well, and that's the thing, when we're in the simulator, I teach everybody, pull in slowly. A fast action is going to get a fast reaction. So if you pull fast, it's going to yank it into an oscillation, and if you don't hold it and then give it back slowly, so you pull into it and then give it back fast, all you've done is just created an oscillation. You haven't even done a correction or a turn.
Right.
So you pull into it, hold it, come out slowly, and then that way the wing stabilizes through each step of that turn. Plus the other thing we do is we'll put one leg over the other in correspondence with the turn.
Yeah.
Because it starts the weight shift.
Yeah.
And, the weight shift is important as well.
When I had my flight that was going the wrong way, I kind of needed to go left, because any attempt to go right, and I was going to be flying away.
Right.
So as I'm going left, I'm pulling my left brake down, and I'm shifting. I look left and I lean left, and I'm shifting left. And at one point, I stowed my left brake because when I was trying to look at my throttle and figure out what was going on with my throttle. And so I stowed my left brake, and I kept my weight shifted to the left so I could look at my throttle and at least sort of continue to fly straight-ish. And then I could get back to my brake and get back into it.
So I'm looking on the comments and stuff here. I want to make a shout out to everybody real quick. Justin White, thanks for joining us. Connie Brandt, I'm glad you're here. Edward, that's my nephew. How you doing, buddy? We're glad to have you out here watching the show. And Edward, I think you'd have a lot of fun doing this. I don't know what your policy is for leaving the ground, but I think you'd have a blast. But, paramotor,
And Justin is the owner of one of our sponsors.
yes,
so.
he is. Yeah, he is. He's one of our new sponsors. And we'll talk about them here in a little bit. They've got a great logo. I love his logo.
Yes.
But they are doing some vinyl work for us, some banners and stuff like that, so we can spruce up the studio, make things look better. So today probably won't be a huge show.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this Monday we've got some good weather coming up. We're going to go do a bunch of flying and have some fun. And
That's kind of fun.
This last week we were able to put 3 separate students in the air and get them going and working on their flight careers. And you guys know who you are. Good job to all of you. Yay.
I'd clap louder, but it would make you cringe with the mics.
So,
Yeah.
a good cheer for them. We've got a large student load here. If we can get a couple more students in the air, we'll open back up to new students. So,
If you are in the Wichita area or South Central Kansas, we will be in Norwich, Kansas tomorrow evening. We haven't been able to confirm weather for the rest of the week, but tomorrow evening, roughly 5 to 9 p.m., it is always free to come and watch.
absolutely.
Bring the kids, bring some snacks. There's no vending machines or anything out there, so bring snacks and beverages. Grab a chair, grab a tailgate, come hang out. You hit the K42 Southwest Boulevard and just go straight for 28 miles.
28 miles. We're 28 miles southwest of Wichita. Again, at the Norwich Municipal Airport. It's a fantastic little spot. Nice and open. Another thing I wanted to mention. So there's a pilot that's getting ready to travel cross country, and he's looking for places to fly as he goes along. So if you are traveling or you're looking for a place just destination wise to come hang out and fly, you are always welcome at Wichita Paramotor.
Absolutely.
We love having guests.
It's a
come
great
out.
opportunity for the students too, for all the new
Absolutely.
students and new pilots, not just to meet other people who fly, but you've flown places that they haven't flown yet, so you can give them some insights that they aren't getting, that they haven't gotten yet. So it's a great way to expand our community in our sport, and so we always welcome. We are the air capital, so
Yeah.
it's a good place to come if you like to fly. Just saying.
Well, and on top of that, our community is probably one of the best in the sports world. People that get involved in paramotor, you join a family, and that family is nationwide. So
Well, it's really international. We
Absolutely.
last week we had or the week before last, or was it last week?
that was last
Yeah, it
week.
was last week. We had a gentleman from Botswana watching, so we got to say hi to him, and now we've had contact with him outside the podcast. He's a good guy.
And I have to mention, I want to do a whole story on this because this is kind of a remarkable thing. This guy is, again, from Botswana. There is no real paramotor programs out there. There's the laws are really not developed in that country for paramotor. And this guy is only like 24 years old. He's not even quite flying yet. He's done some kiting. But he is working his tail off to build a program in his country. That way, others can enjoy the sport and people can come to that country and enjoy the sport.
And if you are an adventurist and maybe a bit of a traveler, did you know you can fly the pyramid at Giza?
Yes, yes.
You totally can.
Yeah, I've actually met a couple of pilots that have done that, and that's on my bucket list. I totally want to fly the Giza Plateau and go fly over the pyramids.
Yeah.
You know me, I love that kind of stuff. I love the mystery, the
Oh yeah.
conspiracy theories and all that stuff
Oh, yeah.
around it. And
being able to get a bird's eye view. I mean,
Oh, my
literally a
gosh.
bird's eye view of the Giza Plateau.
unbelievable. And from what I understand, they also fly, they fly Karnak in the Valley of the Kings.
Oh, cool.
So, the sculptures, the carvings, stuff like that. And imagine seeing that from the air.
Yeah.
Flying over the Sphinx, stuff like that. It's going to be
So
absolutely
we really are
amazing.
an international community, but we are in the United States, and our U.S. community is very, very close knit, very good people.
Now, I
Everybody
will
kind of looks
say-
out for everybody else.
We all talk trash about each other and to each other on the internet.
This is true.
But if you go to a fly-in, we're all best friends. We're hugging, we're drinking, we're hanging out, we're flying. with
Everybody
each other.
still pulls up around the same campfire. So.
Yeah, and we're all watching out for each other, making sure
Yeah.
everybody's safe.
Now, this is a community that will absolutely call you out if you need to be called out. So
Yeah.
and that, as it should be, we are self-regulated, so we have to be able to say, hey, listen, I know you were having fun, but don't do stupid things, please. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and like I always say, if you're gonna do stupid things, don't film them and put them on YouTube. Yeah, we'll let that go. But
Excuse me.
yeah. So we've got a great community. So if you're in the Wichita area traveling through, please reach out to us. We'd love to fly with you.
Absolutely. If you're, it's those of us in this part of the country don't think much about driving a few hours. I mean, where we fly is 25 minutes southwest of the city that we live in. So, Norwich is 25 minutes southwest of Wichita. So, if you're in Oklahoma or Nebraska or Missouri or Colorado and you just want to go for a drive, make a day trip, and come hang out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You are more than welcome to come hang out with us. We can help you find lodging accommodations if you need to make it an overnight. Please come hang out. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, RVs, camping, that kind of thing. We are open for all that.
Absolutely. There's a couple of lakes that actually we fly around when we go up in Norwich. So there's plenty of places to park your RV or, pitch a tent if that's your thing. Or like I said, 25 miles away, there's several there's a city, there's a metro center. So we got plenty of lodging options there.
Lake Afton, Lake Cheney, those they're not far.
Kingman Fishing Lake.
Yeah, they are not far from where we fly. And
Absolutely.
they're great places to hang out. And again, our community is so tight-knit. It's almost like living in a small town.
It is.
Everybody knows your business.
Well, maybe not your business, but everybody knows what you've been up to.
You're right.
Well, and it's like our Gaggle will tell us, anybody that you're friends with on Gaggle, it'll tell you when they fly. It sends me a notification every time you fly if I'm even when I am there. But like yesterday, I had to wrap up some business stuff, so I wasn't able to come out and go flying with you guys. And I knew that you got a good flight because Gaggle gave me a notification, told me that Leo was in the air. So,
Well, like yesterday's flight, it wasn't bad. We waited. And then about 8:30, the winds finally dropped off. And, because Kansas can be an angry 2-year-old with Dookie in its diaper, when it comes to weather. So we waited till about 8:30 and finally dropped off and were able to get into the air. And to be honest, it was anything below 600 feet was kind of trashy. But once you popped out of that 600-foot level, I spent most of my flight 1,100, 1,200 feet, and it was baby butt smooth.
Well, and we talk a lot of trash about the Kansas weather because it is unpredictable because we're in Kansas. But our sunsets and sunrises are absolutely unbeatable. There is nowhere on the planet that you will get that. You can literally fly rainbows. You'll go up. There's pictures from EFD from years past where it looks like you're flying into the sun.
Yeah.
The sky just turned an amazing orange, yellow, red, just cacophony of colors. It was we've caught. I've literally caught you guys flying around rainbows.
Yeah.
There's been. You can't beat the sunrises and the sunsets here. It's always worth the wait.
Well, and on top of that, we do talk trash about Kansas weather, but we generally get 2 to 3, sometimes 4 days a week on average that we can fly.
Yeah, it's pretty steady, and we fly year round.
Yeah.
Because if the weather is going to be nice in Kansas, it's typically also going to be warm enough. I mean, it's all relative because what your warm enough is most definitely colder than my warm enough. But I do not like to be cold.
My coldest flight is 19 degrees with a 10-degree wind chill.
Yeah, gross.
And, I can't say it was super comfortable, but it was worth it. And I had an absolute blast doing it. My biggest problem was my hands. That's what always gets me is my hands.
Yeah. Well, you had your flight suit. You had your light flight, or was it your light flight or your Kanguk flight suit?
On that flight, it was my Kanguk, but long underwear, thermal lined jeans, a hoodie, a coat over that, and then my flight suit, and then my gloves. And one of the things we'll do in the cold is we put on a glove that some guys will even put a rubber glove over what they're doing. So that way the wind can't get through.
Yeah.
Because it's the wind blowing through your glove is what kills you.
Right.
But
I'm excited. I'm going to get my my flight suit soon.
yes, now
I have my little spring one that I got that I ordered it on Amazon because I wanted a 2-piece because I struggle to regulate my body temperature on a good day.
this
So,
woman does not like cold. Don't let her fool you.
There's a 12-volt heated blanket in my ar.
Yeah, she
All year long.
does not do cold.
I do not like to be cold, but it's sometimes like my legs. I played soccer for years, so my legs can be cold, and I probably won't even notice it. But I needed the jacket, so I got me a 2-piece this time. But I'm looking forward to getting my Kanguk America, or haven't decided yet if it'll be Kanguk or Light Flight. But I'm gonna get myself a flight suit from from our sponsor. So I'll be getting my flight suit before the winter hits so I can keep flying.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what it's going to be like for you for the winter, because we're going to get frigid air, and
Yeah, we'll see. What'll probably happen is what always happens. I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And I'll get up there and be like, nope, this sucks. I'm done. And then I'll never fly in the winter again.
yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
No, I'll tough it out. I'm almost like, I'm not quite to the change, but I might reach a stage where I'll have enough body heat to stay warm. The ladies know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think the cold weather flying in the winter we get some really good air.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it might be 30 or 40 degrees, but we get some really good air. I have no idea what that was. Oh, Justin White sent us 50 stars. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And again, we'll be talking about Justin here in a little bit. And in one of the future shows, I think we'll probably bring him on and talk about his business. Now, he doesn't fly, but for the people out there that do have businesses,
Yet.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, that's true. For the people out there that do have businesses and need promotional material like banners, handbills, brochures, T-shirts, stuff like that, this is the guy to go to. He's got excellent customer service. He's super, super smart about what he does. In fact, since we're talking about him,
Absolutely.
let me go ahead.
We're going to show him off.
Bring his logo up here. So JW or JDW Vinyl and Beyond. They're on Facebook. 316-339-3035. Like I said, I absolutely love his logo.
It's great.
Angry Panther with a Joker's hat on. Now that's good stuff. So he's going to be doing vinyls and stuff for Wichita Paramotor that you guys will probably be seeing next week. Again, excellent customer service. He's local in the Wichita area, but he will ship anywhere in the country. Now we will have a promo code for him, which is it's going to be coast to coast, and then I think he's going to be either give you a discount or do free design. We also, the wife is wanting me to show off her T-shirt here, so let's go back. So go ahead.
So this one is the final checklist. So if you've probably seen the silly video of me singing it, but it's legs, belly, chest, chin, beaners, tremors, brakes to the pulley. And so this shirt is has it, but it's facing facing me.
Down,
so
yeah.
the legs, belly, chest, chin, beaners, tremors, brakes free and clear to the pulley, and then my paramotor, so I know it's safe to fly. So we have these on our website, which is wichitaparamotor.com, in the paramotor swag category. So I'll sit back down. But we have a number of our designs on there. A lot of them are photos that I've taken from Endless Foot Drag, from our fields, from other fields and other groups that we've flown with. So if you ever wanted to see the sunrise, sunsets that we fly on, I got some on our T-shirts. So we have, you can click on the little dude there with his overhead attitude shirt. And,
I'm clicking on him.
oh, maybe. There he is.
We go.
And it'll take you to, we also have a couple other little things. We've got the chest pouches that we fly with. The watch has an altimeter in it. I actually bought you that watch once before. So... So
Nice, thank you, Justin. So I'm trying to bring up.
when you're on it, just scroll down. It should. Well, what is it doing? There you go.
There we go. So we have different.
We have skirts for the ladies. There's a bandana. There's gaiters. There's a backpack. You can get a pouch or a patch. We have the duffel bag that has several pictures on it. There's my T-shirt. So there's your flight list, and it has, as you're looking down, it's facing you. So it's for the pilot. If now all of our guys get T-shirts, you guys saw mine that has the first flight, but there is one on there for your first flight if your school does not provide a T-shirt, or if you self-trained, or maybe you've been flying for long enough that you don't remember or you don't have your shirt anymore. So there's one of the rainbows.
Yep. So they're cheeky little novelty shirts.
Some of them are like those ones at the bottom. Those are
Blanket.
blankets.
Yep.
So, and those are pictures like that big line of down there in the corner is a big line of paramotors. That was from the flight around Fredonia. So that was a picture of everybody in the air.
Go back to it. That one there.
Yep, that one was the picture of everybody up in the air. And I had to get blankets because, I'm always cold and sometimes we fly in ridiculous weather conditions. So, and those are nice big, like queen size throw blankets. There's the Butt Fan Club because we are cheeky. So you can always shop our website, wichitaparamotor.com /shop if you want to go straight to it.
And again, if you want to learn how to fly, we're here in Wichita, Kansas. Join us on the web at wichitaparamotor.com or give us a call at 316-990-0482 and we'll get you set up. And here's the other thing. If you're not local and you're looking for an instructor, one, give us a call. I'll help you find somebody in your area. And the other thing that you can do is go to the United States Powered Paragliding Association, usppa.org, and there's a list of pilots there, or instructors that are certified through the USPPA and can help get you in the air and do it safely. You can find a school, there's resources, you can reach out to them with any questions that you might have. The USPPA is really full of a lot of information. So like, say you're in New York and you're looking for a pilot. So you can click on find a school. There we go. And you can either go search by ratings. You can search by state they're in.
You can, up at the top there is the all states where you can sort it down by state. Even Puerto Rico is in there.
We're in there on the second page, so.
Yep.
Las Vegas, all kinds of spots. Now, the other thing is resources. If you're looking for paramotor insurance, these guys can help you out. If you're looking for, say, the training syllabus so you get an understanding of what's happening, what's going on, PDF that you can
You download and print,
Yeah, download and print there.
There's brochures for there. I think one of the best resources out there on the USPPA website is the landowners' rights brochure. So there is a brochure that you can take to landowners that kind of explains to them what paramotor is, what safety precautions we take, and what their rights are. And it also includes a waiver if they would like to let you fly from their property. So it gives them a waiver and liability release to have you sign that releases them from liability if you do something stupid to yourself on their property.
Yeah.
So,
and these resources are absolutely invaluable.
Oh, they're amazing.
If you're new and you're looking to just check it out, go check out the About PPG brochure. Again, you can print these out. They're trifolds, and it'll tell you, common facts. What to expect. A little bit about the wing, a little bit about the motor. I really have to commend the USPPA for all the work that they've put into all this literature and all this information. So again, if you're looking to fly and you're looking to find a instructor in your area, usppa.org, go check them out. They will have that database for you, and you can reach out and see if there's somebody that's a fit for you to learn how to fly. And again, reach out to me. I'll always be happy. Hey, you don't have to come fly with me. I just want to see you fly, and I want to see it happen safely. So reach out to us if there's any way we can help, hook you up with somebody, whether it be equipment, knowledge, or places to fly. Please reach out. Again, we've got a great community, and once you're tuned into that community, you know, when it comes to the resources, you can pretty much get anything you need.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got, we fly with two guys that are skilled welders for aluminum, and they've done repairs, they've made things for us. We actually have one of the guys made us a rack for all of our wings.
Yeah, it takes those tubs.
Yeah, it takes 27-gallon tubs.
Yeah.
We get ours from Sam's Club, but you can find them. They're the black tubs with the yellow lid. They're 27
Sam's
gallon.
Club, if you want to throw a sponsorship out there, you just let me know.
Absolutely, or Lowe's or Home Depot, because they have them too. But
We get ours at
But
Sam's Club.
we get ours at Sam's Club, and they're like $8-9. And you get one, and it fits a stuff sack in it. You'll have to, continue to stuff all the air out of it, but it'll fit those. And then he built us a rack that those tubs slide in on. And that's nice for us because it's also, and we started using the tubs because of travel. So when the paramotor's in the bed of the truck, and maybe you don't have a back seat or you've got passengers, so you can't put your wing in the cab. If it's in the tub, it is protected, and
It doesn't fly away.
It doesn't fly away. So we use those that's where that started, and then it's just it's such a nice, neat way to keep all the wings, because we have our wings, we have the school wings. There's a few students that store their wings at the hangar, so that's kind of how we do that, and those tubs are great. But we work with guys that have done a little bit of everything. There's a one-wheel dealer that's looking at learning to fly with us, so we'll be adding him to our community soon for all of us. And if you know, you know.
Yep, if you know, you know. Real quick, Castro, this is the cool cat that is in Botswana. He's mentioned that he'd like to get one of those North Edge Apache smartwatches. Gaggle you can put on all kinds of devices.
Yeah.
From Garmin's to, these North Edge watches to, your iPhone, stuff like that. So having little tools like that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But I want to give Castro a shout out there. Man.
Yeah,
Glad
and
you're
I
watching.
put the link to the watch to order it directly there. You can order it directly from our website. It should ship to you. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll figure it out. But we have, I like that watch because it will link to a gaggle, but it also has its own altimeter.
It does.
So if your gaggle, for say you get too far away from internet service, we all know that if you get too high up, that can happen. If you, whatever the case may be, you still have the watch for the altimeter. So I fly with one earbud in underneath my cups because that way I can hear my gaggle.
Yeah. You can hear me and your gaggle.
Yeah, because I'm still flying on comms, so I can hear the radio in my right ear and gaggle in my left ear to tell me. I
fly with the Cena.
Yeah.
So the Cena hooks to my iPhone and then talks to me throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, Cena we're not sponsored by Cena, but we wouldn't say no.
I wouldn't say no. I use their devices. I like them. And I actually sell quite a bit of their devices. I'm not a dealer or anything like that, but
Yeah.
I hook a lot of students up with the Cena because it is very easy to use.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk on the phone. You can listen to music. You can hook to your Bluetooth to listen to gaggle.
Yeah, because Cena is developed for motorcycles, and it's mostly used for motorcyclists. So it's designed to go in a helmet, it's designed for that, so it works out nicely.
Yeah, and I use the 30K.
Is that the one you use?
Yeah, and it's a great unit.
I was going to ask because I'm going to have to get one.
Yeah, and I like the way it clips on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to pop off or whatnot while you're flying or launching, which is a big deal for me.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Cena is a great resource for, you know, being able to, I don't know how many phone calls I've had while I'm flying, or
Yeah.
call somebody, hey, where you at?
Well, you've done FaceTime with your brother
Yeah.
and your sister. You did it for Nancy one time too.
Yeah.
So he'll set his phone in his chest pouch with the camera facing out. So they are flying along with him, but then he's got them on the Bluetooth, so they're not getting all of the noise interference from the motor because they are inside of inside the ear protections.
Yeah, and the microphone is super noise canceling, so
Mm-hmm.
you know, a lot of times when I answer the phone, people can't hear the motor unless I turn my head.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll be talking to them for a couple of minutes, and then I'll turn to make a turn or something. I'll be like, "Wait, are you flying?"
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
You've called me a couple of times from the air just to do it, and then there was the one time that you ran out of fuel.
Yes. So I called her. I told her, I said, I don't know where I'm at. I don't think I'm very close to the LZ, but I'm about to run out of gas. She's like, oh, I can see you. And I'm like, really? Okay. And then about that time,
It sputtered.
it sputtered and I ran out of gas. And I landed next to this little dirt road.
You were only about a mile from the LZ.
I know, and it's so sad.
Yeah, but you were flying into a headwind, so you weren't going to make it. There was
Yeah, that was part of it. I had a headwind going. And when I turned around and came back, I had a headwind coming back.
Yeah, the wind switched. So, and that was before I was flying, so I was just running straight ground crew activities. So I grabbed the pickup and came and picked him up, and he got to ride back in the bed of the truck, holding his on the tailgate with his motor still on, his wing in his lap.
Yeah.
We've actually designed the motor out mesh stuff sack that doesn't weigh hardly anything. It weighs like a quarter pound, and it's a mesh stuff sack. So if you do motor out somewhere, you can get your wing into a stuff sack of some kind, and then if you're still wearing your motor, you can actually just tuck it behind your head or whatever the case may be, so it's easier to get out of the situation that you're in. And that way, if you've accidentally landed in something wet or dirty, the mesh in the stuff sack will help keep it from causing problems for your wing in the future.
Yeah.
It's not on our website. You have to contact us directly for those. Those are made to order.
Yeah, and they, we sold a couple of them, gotten pretty good reviews. And like she was saying, you know, got a motor on your back, put it in the stuff sack, throw the wing up over the back of your head, and you just march out like you've got a big backpack. It's easier than rosetting your wing and holding it out in front of you.
Yeah.
While you're
well,
trying
and it
to
folds
walk.
flat. So if you have a pocket,
Yeah.
if you're wearing a chest patch, or you have a pocket under your harness, you've got and it doesn't weigh enough to alter your fly weight significantly. So that was the other reason for the mesh was weight, but
Yeah.
it's just if you're somebody that does a lot of acro, or you're doing some cross country flights or longer flights, or you're just, you know, you don't like to fly with a full tank. Certain
Yeah.
persons.
Well, you know, you did get the card recently.
I did. I have the gas card. Talking about our community, so there used to be a kid, and his nickname became Motor Out Mike, and because he didn't like to fly with enough fuel. He liked to fly as light as possible, and so he never ever seemed to have enough fuel for the flights that he took. And so somebody bought him a $10 fuel card, to Quick Trip, to the station here, and then the next time somebody motored out, he passed it along to them. And so the $10 Quick Trip card has passed to whoever is the last to motor out, and I received the card from one of our pilots, because he's like, I've had this thing for 2 years, nobody ever motors out anymore, so I'm so happy to present to you the motor out card.
Yeah.
So I am motor out ma'am now.
Yeah. And we did a little presentation with it. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
Everybody come around,
It was.
crowd around, so we could give off the card.
Lots of cheers, and it sits in my paramotor bag, so someone else can motor out and I can pass it along to them with great ceremony.
Yeah. So, real quick, let's go check out a couple of our sponsors here.
Absolutely.
These guys are fantastic. I talk about them with every show. Kangook America, kangookamerica.com. These are the motors we fly. I am a dealer for Kangook, but I'll tell you, overall, the customer service and whatnot that you get from this company is unbelievable. They've got it all: trikes, foot launch, 80s, 185s. You can pretty much bolt up to any motor that is out there. Kangook America is absolutely fantastic. You know, and I will say Kangooks are probably one of the most modular machines I've ever flown. You tear them down in 5 minutes, put them back together in 7. Super resilient, super strong frames, and super forgiving as well. Something I haven't mentioned before, because of the ergonomics of these motors, the thrust line is straight into the middle of your back. So you don't have those odd takeoffs and whatnot, because when you're getting on power. The Kangook Amarok is probably, their flagship. It's a fantastic frame for foot launch. And then they've got all kinds of trikes. The factory, these guys really, really, really take their time and make sure that they put out a quality product. So if you are looking for a good machine to fly, and you are looking for some information, or you want to just check one out, reach out to us. It's kangookamerica.com, or reach out to us at Wichita Paramotor, and we would be absolutely happy to help you find a good fit when it comes to a Kangook. So the other one that I want to talk about real quick, this is one of our newer sponsors, and again, these guys are absolutely fantastic. They are the Vitarazi importer, and it's lightflight.us. By the way, the new MY25 Vitarazis have dropped. You can also get the EFI, Factory R. These Light Flight is fantastic when it comes to customer service as well, just like the other one. These guys are on it. They've got all the accessories, the parts, every little thing you could need, from propellers to carabiners to helmets, reserves, wings, throttles. Light Flight is one of the leaders in supplying products for the paramotor industry. And if you have any questions, reach out to us at Wichita Paramotor, or reach out to these guys directly, lightflight.us, and they'll take care of you. Now, something I want to mention real quick, if you go to Kangook and you end up getting a purchase through them, let's see if I can make this big. There we go. At kangookamerica.com, It's free shipping on any order over $99 if you mention Wichita Paramotor Coast to Coast. Again, the promo code is Coast to Coast for free shipping. CanGookAmerica.com on any orders over 99 bucks. So, had to pay the bills there real quick. You know how that goes.
I know it.
But I want to go back and mention our other new sponsor real quick. Again, because I probably like his logo so much.
Also, it's awesome to have a local sponsor. I mean, Kangook is local to us, but they're huge in the paramotor sport. But JDW Vinyl and Beyond, that's a Wichita air capital company, and that's we're big on shopping local. I mean, we're small business owners too, so it's I'm glad that we get to help work together, raise each other up there.
Absolutely. And again, if you're in the Wichita area, anywhere in the United States, and you need a cool banner, you need some promotional literature, you need a t-shirt,
Promotional products,
handbills, brochures,
business
any
cards.
print media, the signs, the yard signs that you put in.
Absolutely.
JDW Vinyl and Beyond, 316-339-3035. Again, they're based right here in Wichita, Kansas, but they will ship anywhere in the U.S.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you that they are utmost on customer service.
Justin is amazing.
Absolutely. So if you get a chance, go check them out. They're on Facebook as well, and they will definitely take care of you. And we are absolutely thrilled to have them as a sponsor. And next week, you're going to be able to see a bunch of their work. So they're doing some banners and stuff for us right now.
Yep.
And we cannot wait to show that stuff off next week. So
very excited.
You guys know how this works. We thank Kangook, Light Flight, the USPPA, JDW, Vinyl. Also, everybody that did one of the videos that we watched today, we really appreciate it. And I want to stress, the big takeaway. Kiting is probably the most important skill when it comes to flying.
And you 100% cannot learn that from YouTube. You can't learn that one online. You have to get under it and practice.
Yes, yeah, you have to make the physical effort and learn the muscle memory. And
so if you haven't, because that's one of the things that we see a lot of is guys that put it down for the winter, and they haven't flown for a while for whatever reason. A motor went down, it's too cold, got busy with life, whatever it was. The first thing that we have them do when they come to fly with us is kite. Get under the wing, go make sure that you remember how it all works, because that's where it all starts sort of flooding back to you. So we ask that anybody who hasn't flown in a while comes out and kite and gets under the kite. If you are self-training, you need to find a field and you need to go learn how to manage your wing before you ever take flight. Because if you try to take flight and you don't know how to handle your wing, you're going to have a bad time. And we don't want you to have a bad time, because we want you to fly, because we want you to fly with us.
Well, and not only that, it's not going to be just about injury. It's going to be about your equipment. If you're not able to kite, you're going to break stuff, you're going to eat props, you're going to eat wings, you're going to turtle and break frames, that kind of thing. The kiting skill is probably the pinnacle and utmost important skill to have when it comes to paramotor. Now, I know some older people, or not older people, but people who have been flying a long time watch our show.
Yeah.
But we mainly focus towards the new guy, because we want to promote the sport. We want to see people get in the air, and we want to have them see them have a good time.
Absolutely.
So a lot of these lessons and a lot of this stuff that we talk about on our show is specifically geared for the person that is thinking to fly, wanting to fly, gonna fly.
Mm-hmm.
So
just started flying.
Yeah, or just started flying. And that way we can, help them get get themselves going and be ready to make that commitment to the air, jump up in the sky, and have the absolute blast that this business and this sport can be.
Yeah. Well, and even if nothing happens, you're not on the ground. And if you're up in the air and you don't know how to manage your wing, you're going to be oscillating, you're going to hit bumpy things and not know why. You're not going to have fun. And we want you to have fun because we want you to still be flying when we meet you because we want to fly with everybody. So...
Yeah, one of the things I try to do, when people fly with us, especially our out-of-towners, I try to get you guys absolutely as many flights as possible, because flights build confidence, and the more confidence that you have in the right kind of confidence, the better the pilot you're going to be, and the more time you're going to spend in the air. Oof. That was a big noise. Sorry about that, guys. I see it happen a lot where, you see the story, I went and learned somewhere. I got like 3 flights. I tried to launch. I didn't have a good time. I broke a propeller. I chopped up a wing. I got things fixed. I tried it again. Still couldn't get into the air. And then their stuff ends up for sale on Marketplace. One, because their confidence is dumped into the floor. Yeah. And 2, the wife said, you're not spending any more money on this thing that you're not able to do. Yeah. And, I look at it as like, a type of death to the pilot because they're never going to fly again. Right. So that's why I spend as much time as I possibly can getting as many flights as we can with the new pilots.
Well, it's also why you stay their instructor for life. So even if you go home, you came to us from out of state. Let's say we've had guys come to us from New Mexico. You come to us from out of state and you go home and you've encountered a situation that you didn't know how to handle or you don't know how to handle, you can call. You can call and say, hey, instructor, Mr. Leo, this thing is happening and I don't know what's going on. Can you help me out? And he can walk you through it. He wants to fly in all 50 states, so he will absolutely make an excuse to just come see you. So we might just come out and fly with you. But you always have that. And even if you are an experienced pilot and or you did one of those sort of boot camp style training things, which we offer that too. We offer the boot camp style, especially if you're coming, because you have to take off time to do it. Yeah. So, we offer the 10-day class, same as most instructors. But that's one of the things that Wichita Paramotor does above and beyond is that this is your instructor for life. So you go home, you fly around all summer, and it's great. You hang it up for the winter, and then the next spring comes, and you're not sure if you remember how to do all the things. Give a call.
Well, and that's the thing. One of the things she means by instructor for life is I do not upcharge. If you go away and come back, I'm not charging you again. If you want to increase your rating from a 1 to a 2 to a 3, I do not charge you. We have a one-time fee of tuition, and that's it. We're not looking to get rich. We're looking to make pilots. And so when I say I'm your instructor for life, what that means is you can come back to me, call me, message me, write me, Facebook me, video me for your whole flying career.
Knock on the front door, whatever.
It's not going to cost you any more money. Yeah. So, also something I want to mention here, JDW Vinyl and Beyond has just sent a message. We've actually got the promotion now. So with the promo code of Coast to Coast, if you go and get any products from JDW Vinyl, they're going to give you 15% off all orders with promo code Coast to Coast. That's COAST numeral 2 COAST. So again, if you have any print needs for a lot of those schools out there, you need t-shirts, you need banners, you need print media and whatnot. I'm telling you, this company is fantastic. They're quick, and the customer service is better than what you'll get pretty much anywhere else.
Oh yeah, Justin is over the top good at
and
taking care of customers.
He's worked with us just unbelievably. So watch for more products and info from JDW Vinyl, because they're going to stay a partnership with us here at Wichita Paramotor Coast to Coast, and we're going to have some of their stuff hanging here pretty quick. So anyways,
I think that's it for the day, isn't it?
I really think it is. We've had an absolute blast hanging out with everybody.
Oh, real quick, mark your calendars, ladies, mark your calendars for August 23rd at Eberly Farms in Wichita, Kansas is a Women's Day Out. I will be there with the paramotors and the kite, and we'll be doing a little bit of kiting out there, but it is a ladies event. I'm a panelist, so you'll also get to, you can come talk to me anytime you want in the tent, but I'll also be presenting. So August 23rd, Eberly Farms in Wichita, Kansas, More with Mary's Women's Empowerment event. So come hang out.
Yeah, I think you'll have a lot of fun doing that.
I'm going to have a pink kanguk.
Ooh, nice.
I'm very excited.
Nice.
I don't even like pink. That's not my color, but it's good. It's pretty. It is very pretty. I've seen it.
So again, if you're looking to fly, you want to learn more about paramotors and the sport, you want to find somebody that can help you train in your area, reach out to us, wichitaparamotor.com, or give us a call at 316-990-0482. I'm Leo.
I'm Jael.
And we are having a blast here at Wichita Paramotor Coast to Coast. Fly stay safe, keep those wings high, and we'll see you next time. What's wrong with my audio?